The Roar and the Rubble. A fictional political novella inspired by modern events. Disclaimer. This is a work of fiction. The characters, names, and events in this story are used in a satirical and dramatic context. While inspired by real headlines and public commentary, this novella does not claim to represent real individuals' intentions or future actions. It is a narrative exercise intended for entertainment, reflection, and yes, laughter. Take none of it too seriously. Unless the shoe fits. Introduction. The Republic was burning in whispers. Cable networks roared with commentary. Blue state leaders clung to narratives like lifeboats, and a former president, loved by many, loathed by media, loomed on the edge of an impossible return. While truth lay buried beneath layers of editorialism, one lion began to roar, not a beast, but a man who refused to be silenced. And on the other side, a chorus of contradictions tried desperately to drown him out. Chapter 1. A quiet panic in New Haven. Scene: a smoky back room in a New Haven brownstone. The curtains are drawn, candles burn low. Around the table sit three familiar faces. Bernard the Red. Sanders, muttering, "I warned them in 16, I said this orange menace ain't going nowhere if we keep playing billionaire games." Katia, pulling up a stream of Joy Reid. "They're already saying the polls are rigged. He's out there calling CNN the enemy of the people again. And guess what? The numbers are climbing." Rasha, fuming. "I'm sick of this truth talk from his cult. You saw what they did on January 6th. They're not patriots, they're insurrectionists." Katia, flipping her tablet around. "Then explain this, Rasha. Joy and Acosta just floated the idea that he's going to rig the midterms in 2026, and people are laughing at them. These aren't conspiracies anymore. They're self-parodies." Bernard, leaning forward. "We need new language, stronger, something about saving democracy again. That always polls well in Portland." Katia, deadpan. "Portland's on fire." Chapter 2. Enter the Lions scene, Mar-a-Lago. Donald Trump sits behind a gold-trimmed desk. Two aides enter, nervous but energized. Trump waving them in. "Did Bernie fall asleep on TV again? Somebody wake him up and tell him he's boring America to death." AID. 1. Grinning. "Sir, CNN ran a piece on you being a threat to democracy. Again, 5th time this week." Trump, smirking. "Perfect. That means I'm doing it right. They said I was racist, xenophobic, abusive, a Russian puppet. They said I caused COVID. Now they say I'll rig the 2026 midterms?" AID 2, showing poll numbers. "Still 54% say they trust you over the media, even after they ran the impeachment reruns." Trump, pointing to a roaring lion painting behind him. "You see that? That's the truth. You can't cage it. You can't cancel it. You can't mandate it into silence." Chapter 3. The collapse scene. MSNBC newsroom. Panic. Producer, running in. "Jon Stewart just tore into the Project 2029 plan, called it idiotic, on live air." Re-ID, blinking. "He what?" Producer, breathless. "He said Democrats are too busy managing optics to offer substance. Then he dropped the mic." Re-ID, pausing. "Put that in segment 3. Call it comedy without a conscience." Chapter 4. Shadows on the Wall scene, the Indivisible Movement headquarters. A new poster reads, "Resist Again, 2026. Campaign Strategist." Scribbling notes. "Okay, we'll focus on reproductive rights, climate fear, and the ghost of John 6. Throw in, Trump wants to destroy democracy for good measure." Activist intern, timidly. "But people don't believe it anymore. They're watching cities fall apart, inflation rise, and borders wide open. They want results, not fear slogans." Strategist, snapping back. "You think truth wins elections? Emotion wins elections. We give them emotion. Rage sells. Chapter 5. From the Ashes Scene. A red state rally. Dust in the air, flags snapping in the wind. A weathered old man, an Iraq vet, steps to the mic. Vet, clearing throat. They told us Trump was the problem. They told us COVID was all his fault. They told us Biden was sharp. They told us January 6th was the end of the republic. But they lied. Cheers erupt. Vet. They thought we were too dumb to notice, too distracted. But we weren't. And now the lion's roaring. From the crowd, a chant rises. You lied. We rise. You lied. We rise. Epilogue. A roar in the ruins. In a quiet art gallery, a massive painting draws a crowd. A lion stands defiantly, roaring at a tower labeled Lies as it crumbles into dust. A boy stares up at it, tugs on his father's sleeve. Boy, did that really happen? Father, not like that, son, but the truth behind it, that part's real. Fade to black. They, eso eran maos, the fairs, enamao and the p. Tasas eshache de birafakers. This is a nd sa, the beginning.